Mr. This is back again. We are about to do some application. So they are telling you that the variable expression represents the angle measures of a triangle. Find the measure of each angle, then classify the triangle by its side. So we are giving the entire angle. So remember that measure of angle A plus measure of angle B plus measure of angle C must be equal to 180. That's what the triangle theorem stated. So the expression for measure of angle A is x. We're going to substitute x for that. Measure expression for angle B is 2x. That will be 2x plus measure of angle C. The expression is 2x plus 15. So that will be your equation. So now we have to simplify the equation. We'll end up with m is equal to 1x plus 2x plus 2x will give you 5x plus 15 is equal to 180. In order to solve for x, we must subtract 15 from each side. Then you will have 5x is equal to 180 divided by 5. So you ask yourself how many times does 5 goes to 18? 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 take away from 18 is 3. Bring 0. Now you have 30 divided by 5. 30 is 33. We have a mistake. That will have been 165. Alright? And that will give you 15 divided by 5 is 3. That's how you end up by that. So 180 minus 15 is 165. That was my mistake. So you see how many times there's 5 goes to 15 is 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 take away 16 is 1. Carry the 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So in this case, measure of angle x itself is 33. To find measure of angle A, you come here. Is 1x is 33 degrees. Measure of angle B is 2 times 33 is 66 degrees. And measure of angle C is 66 plus 15 is 81 degrees. Now we have found the measure of each angle. Now when we look at each angle carefully, this is an acute angle less than 90. This is an acute angle less than 90. This is an acute angle less than 90. We have a triangle that has 3 acute angles. In this case, we can classify this as an acute triangle. If we want to be more specific, if they ask you to classify by its side, since none of these are congruent, then this could have been an acute scaling triangle. So since they only asking you to classify by its angle, then we're going to use the term acute triangle. But if you were to name it by angle and side, that would have been acute scaling. So next problem, these are the expression given for the triangle. Those are integral angle. Once again, your guideline is angle R, measure of angle R plus measure of angle S plus measure of angle C must be equal to 180. That's what the theorem stated. So measure of angle R is x. You replace x for it. Measure of angle S is 7x. You replace that. And measure of angle T is x is equal to 180. That's our equation. Now you need to simplify the equation. We'll end up with 9x is equal to 180. Divide both sides by 9. In this case, you ask yourself how many times there's 9 goes to 18. 2 times. 2 times 9 is 18. 18 to 80. Take away from 18 is 0. Then you bring the 0. In this case, x is 20 degrees. So we can find angle R. Angle R is 20 degrees. There's only one x. Angle S will be 7 times 20. That will give you 140 degrees. And angle T is 20 degrees. So this is an acute angle. This is an obtuse angle. And this is an acute angle. In this case, we're going by this number because it is more than 90 degrees. Then that will be an obtuse triangle. If we were to name it by its side, as you can see, it has two congruent angles. This will have been an isosceles triangle. So this is the best answer because they ask you only to name it by its angles. So this is an obtuse triangle. For more information, also it is an isosceles triangle because it has two congruent angles. Alright, next problem, you are given the expression here. As you can see, you have they telling you measure of angle W is x minus 15, alright, and measure of angle y is 2x minus 165, and measure of angle z is 90 degrees. By looking at it, you notice that you have a white 90, that will be a white angle in there because it's a 90 degrees. Now, since you have a white triangle, you have a 90-degree angle, those two acute angles will always be complementary. So in a triangle, the sum of interior is 90. If one angle is 90, there are 90 left for the other two acute angles. The other two acute angles are complementary. So your equation will be x minus 15 plus 2x minus 165 is equal to 90 degrees since the two angles are complementary. When you combine like 10, you will end up with 3x minus 180 is equal to 90. Add 180 to each side. Then you will have 3x is equal to 270. Divide both sides by 3. Then you will find x is equal to 90 degrees. When x is 90 degrees, I can find angle W. Angle W is 90 minus 15. Angle W will be 75 degrees. Alright? Now to find angle y is 2x minus 165. 2 times 9 is 180. Then angle y will be 180 minus 165. In this case, angle y will be 15 degrees. So if angle y is 15 degrees, W is 75 degrees, and Z is 90 degrees. Therefore, this is a white triangle. You're dealing with a white triangle. Since the angles are not the same, you can also see white scaling triangle. So those are the information when you're solving for triangle where the two angles are given to you. The two angles are given to you. You sum them up, let it go to 180, and hopefully you're solving correctly. And to find the variable, then use substitution if necessary based on the question that being asked of you. So after all, it's not difficult, just follow the guideline. They ask you to find the measure of each angle in this drawing and also classify the triangle based on the angle value, on the angle measure. They tell you angle B is 10x plus 22 and measure of angle C is 38 degrees and measure of angle A is 7x plus 1. Since those are interior angles, you have no choice in this case to write that measure of angle A plus measure of angle B plus measure of angle C is equal to 180 degrees. So that's your guideline. That's your model formula. Now you replace angle A by its algebraic expression, which is 7x plus 1 plus angle B, which is 10x plus 22 plus angle C, which is 38, is equal to 180. So you combine like 10, 7x plus 10x is 17x, 1 plus 22 is 23, 23 plus 38 is 61, is equal to 180. In this case, you have to subtract 61 from each side. You will have 17x is equal to 119, and divide both sides by 17. You're going to ask yourself how many times the 17 goes to 119, about 7 times. 7 times 7 is 49, carry 4. 7 times 1 is 7, 7 plus 4 is 11. That'll give you nothing. In this case, x is 7 degrees. Now we can go and find each measure of the triangle. Measure of angle A will be 7 times 7 plus 1. 49 plus 1 is 50. Measure of angle A will be 50 degrees. Alright. Measure of angle B is 7 times 10 is 70. 70 plus 2 is 92. Measure of angle B will be 92 degrees. And measure of angle C is 38 degrees. So those two triangles must add up to 180. That will give you 10, 10, 180. And when you look at this, there's one angle is more than 90 degrees, therefore that will be an obtuse triangle. This is the classification is an obtuse triangle. Then you're done with that problem. Alright, they're not that difficult, just follow your guideline, then you will get the answer. And we have another one before we move on. Now we have that angle A is 2x, angle B is 3x, angle C is 3x plus 4. So the guideline does not change. Is the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C is equal to 180. So that's your model expression. So you replace angle A by its algebraic expression is 2x plus angle B, which is 3x, and plus measure of angle C, which is 3x plus 4, is equal to 180. Combine like term, you will end up with 2x plus 3x plus 3x. 2 plus 3 is 5x, 5x plus 3x is 8x. You end up with 8x plus 4 is equal to 180. Then you subtract 4 from each side. Then you will have 5x is equal to 176. Divide by 5. Ask yourself how many times does 5 go to 17. That should be how many times that goes to 17. That would be 3 times. 3 times 5 is big mistake. I said 8x, I put 5x. That should be 8x. Excuse me, that would be 8x. So you take 165 divided by 8. How many times there's 176 divided by 8? That will be 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. 16 equals 17 is 1. Bring down the 6. And you divide 16 by 8 is 2 times. In this case, x is 22 degrees. So you have to be careful. Sometimes you're saying something and you end up writing something else. So I just calculated as 8x, I end up putting 5x. I don't know what I was thinking. So in this case, we can find the measure of each angle. So measure of angle A will be 22 times 2x, 22 times 2. Alright, measure of angle A will be 44 degrees. Alright, it's 44. Measure of angle B is 3 times 22. That will give you 66 degrees. Measure of angle B is 66 degrees. And measure of angle C is 2 times 22. 66 plus 4 is 70. Measure of angle C is 70 degrees. So as you can see, all of those three angles are acute. Then that will be an acute triangle. So if you want to be more specific, we'll have say acute scaling, because none of the angles are congruent. That will be an acute triangle. That will be the classification of the triangle. So remember that you can always check that. That will be 4 plus 6 is 10, carry, when 0 carry 1, that will be 5, 11, 11 plus 7 is 18. So So that shows you that the sum of the interior angle in the triangle is indeed is 180. So that's something that you should not play with. So let's do an easy one. So if you can do this, there's no problem you will not be able to do in the book. So remember a triangle sum. The measure of the two interior angle in the triangle is 180. So you have an easy one where they're telling you that this is a right angle and you have 31 and this is x. As you know, when you have a right angle, those two angles here has to be complementary. You can disregard the 90, so I can say x plus 31 is equal to 90 because measure of angle A plus measure of angle B are complementary. Remember, complementary are the measure of two angles, sum is 90 degrees. So since I already know this angle is 90 degrees, if I take 90 subtract from 180, it's going to left me 90. Those two angles will always add up to 90 degrees. So the only thing you have to do is subtract 31 from each side, then you will find x to be 59 degrees. So that's 9, that's 4, from 5 is 59 degrees. That will be the value of angle. Now, angle B will be 59 degrees. If you want to verify it, that would be 90. 90 plus 90 is 180. So remember that when your angle in a triangle is a 90 degree, so you don't need to go further. Just sum up the other two acute angles, they must add up to 90 degrees. So that's a given. So for any triangle. So there you go. The easy one again as warm up. Alright. You have one angle which is 132, and this is x, and this is x plus 2. So those are your three angles. So you know that measure of angle A plus measure of angle B plus measure of angle C must be equal to 180. So in this case, what will you do? You take A, replace it, that's x, and B, which is x plus 2, and plus C, which is 132. So you let it equal to 180, you'll be able to find x. When you combine that, this is invisible 1 and invisible 1, you will have 2x plus 2 plus 132 is 134 is equal to 180. Then you subtract 134 from each side. Then you'll have 2x is equal to, when you subtract 134 from that, that should be about what, 36. If I take 134 plus 36, not 36, is 46. Then that will give me 180. So I divide both sides by 2. In this case, x is 23 degrees. So measure of angle A will be 23 degrees. And measure of angle B will be 23 plus 2, which is 25 degrees. So when you add those two, you should get them add up to 180. So that's what you are supposed to do when you have that. So let's go over the exterior angle theorem, where you have the two remote non-adjacent interior angle should be equal to the third angle exterior. How you find an exterior angle in a triangle. So we have an example that you have this triangle that goes this way. Alright, this is 7x plus 7, and this is 61, and this is 4x. My friend, guys, do not confuse that the interior angle and the exterior angle. In this case, this is an exterior angle. This is where you have to use the exterior angle theorem. And this is the vertex where you are. Right? this will have been adjacent to that. You don't need the adjacent angle, you need the non-adjacent angle. The two non-adjacent angles, you have to sum them up. Add those two angles, it must be equal to that angle outside. So your equation should be 7x plus 7 is equal to 4x plus 61. That should be your equation. Then you should be able to solve for x. So subtract 4x from each side, and you will have 3x plus 7 is equal to 61. Subtract 7 from each side, and you will have 3x is equal to 54. Divide by 3, in this case x is 18 degrees. When x is 18 degrees, you can come replace it here. That will be 4 times 18. The last time I checked, 4 times 18 is probably 72. That will be 32. Carry 3. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3 is 7. So this angle will be 72 degrees. Alright. So to find this angle, I can add those two, 72 plus 61. That's one way. That will give me 3. That will give me 13. That will give 133. That's one way. Or the other way, I will take 7 times 18. Right? 18 times 7. That will be 56. Carry 5. 7, 12. That will be 126 plus 7. That will give you 3. Carry 1. As you can see, both of them is 133. This angle here will be 133 degrees. Now you need to find the other angle. This angle in that linear pair. So that will be 180 minus 133. We'll get to that. That will give you 7, 4 from 8 is 4. This angle will be 47. Then you will be able to classify the triangle. As you can see, 61, 47, 72, this will be an acute triangle. Right? This is an acute triangle. Those are the two interior angles. We were able to find the two interior angle, and this is your exterior angle. So let's do a couple more practice so you will know what to do when you face with that situation. The exterior angle theorem. If you can find the exterior angle, you will find the interior angle, because as long as they connect, the exterior and the interior linear pair. So you have an equation here where it says 10x plus 9, and this is 38. Alright, and this is 7x plus 1. That's our equation. This is where the exterior angle is located, and this angle will be adjacent. So the non-adjacent angle are those two angles. So you're going to take these two non-adjacent angles, you sum them up. You're going to sum those two angles, and it must be equal to this. Then you will have 10x plus 9 is equal to 7x plus 1 plus 38. Doesn't have anything to do with 180. The only thing that has to do with 180 are those two angles here. This angle and that angle has to do with 180 because they are linear pair. So you simplify, you have 7x plus 39 is equal to 10x plus 9. So you subtract 7x from each side. You will have 3x plus 9 is equal to 39. Subtract 9 from each side. Then you will have 3x is equal to 30. Divide both sides by 3. In this case, x is 10 degrees. So since x is 10 degrees, you will have 7 times 10 is 70 plus 1. This angle will be 71 degrees. Now the most directly to find this angle is add those two angles. 71 plus 38. That will be 39, 109. This angle will be 109 degrees. If you don't trust, then come here, substitute 10. We'll have 10 times 10 plus 9. 10 times 10 is 100. 100 plus 9 is 109 degrees. Since this angle is 109, this is straight angle, linear pair. then you will take 180 minus 109, and this angle will be 71 degrees. As you can see that you have an angle that has two congruent angles. Those will have be your base angle. This side will be equal to that. This will be your vertex angle because it is an isosceles triangle. So when you look at those two angles are acute, and this is an acute triangle. Then you're done. You classify the triangle based on this classification. That is an acute triangle indeed. Alright, let's do a couple one, then we move on. This is 31 and this is x, and this is 2x minus 8. Once again, this is my location, this is my exterior angle. I locate my exterior angle, and this angle is adjacent to that, and I know I'm not looking for that angle. My two adjacent angles are the following. So, to find this equation is 2x minus 8 is equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent angles. That will be x plus 31. That will be your equation. Then you should be able to solve for x. When you're solving for x, you usually subtract the lesser variable on this side, and you will end up x minus 8 is equal to 31 is equal to x minus 8 is equal to 31. Add 8 to each side. In this case, we'll find x is 39 degrees. This is 39 degrees. Since hopefully that your equation is correct, the quickest way to find this angle, you sum those two angles. Thus, the summation of those two angles must be equal to that. If you take 31 plus 39, that will give you 70 degrees. This angle will be 70 degrees. If you don't choose it, come here, take 2 times 39 minus 8. 2 times 39 is 78. 78 minus 8 is 70. The answer will not change. Now, since I know this angle is 70, I know this angle and that are linear pair. This will give me my straight angle, or my linear pair supplementary. I'll take 180 minus 70. That will give me 110. This angle will be 110. Now, when I compare those two angles, this is 110 greater than 90, and that will be an obtuse triangle. That will be the classification of this triangle. Alright, it has one angle greater than 90. So any angle that is greater than 90 is an obtuse angle. So the triangle is classified as an obtuse angle. Let's do another one, so we can move on. Alright. You have this a right angle, and this is 3x minus 8, and this is x plus 2. So this is my exterior angle, this is my location, those two angles are adjacent, and in my two non-adjacent angles. These are my two non-adjacent angles. This is telling me it's a 90-degree angle. So my equation will be 3x minus 8 is equal x plus 2 plus 90, because this is a right angle. So this will be equal to that. To simplify that, you'll have x plus 92 is equal to x minus 8. Subtract x from this side. You'll have 2x minus 8 is equal to 92. Add 8 to each side. You'll have 2x is equal to 100. Divide both sides by 2. In this case, x is 50. X is 50 degrees. When x is 50 degrees, that will give you 52 degrees. This angle is 52 degrees. The quickest way to find this angle is 52 plus 90 is 142 degrees. The exterior angle will be 142. If you don't believe, take 3 times 50. That will give you 150 minus 8. 150 minus 8 is 142 degrees. since you know 142 and this angle here are supposed to be supplementary, they are linear pair, and you will have 180 minus 142. This angle will be about 38 degrees. So I know my three angles. As you can see, this is 38, this is 52, this is right. This will be a right triangle. So I gave you enough practice, enough model. Now wake up, go do some work. Take care and go get the grade.